than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Lin with it. He'll run the offense. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Has a chance. Simmons with a shot. No good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Knocked loose. The first quarter's complete, and a great start for the 76ers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. To Allen Crabbe. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Lin with it, trailing by 14. Knocked loose, calls out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler Parsons. Richardson. Not that time. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Lin with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Time to shuffle things up. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. And the finish. Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Josh Richardson. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Josh Richardson is going to get a chance at three here. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and three, got it. Hits all three free throws. Knocked loose. Trae Young. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. To Richardson. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Count the basket at the rim.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Richardson. Not that time. He missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Richardson. Fires the 3. That won't go. Taken by the Sixers. Horford to Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Substitution being made in this one. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Tobias Harris above the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Short jumper off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Richardson to Horford. Taken by the Sixers. Josh Richardson knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Richardson, knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. It remains Sixers basketball. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Richardson. He engulfed him that time. Lynn with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Simmons. Hawks come up with it. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harris. Now a steal by Atlanta.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Now a steal by Philly. And finishes strong. Desperation shot here from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Hawks have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse.
At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers
Are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game. Here we go. I got him. I got him.
I got your help. We got your help.
Snared by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Oh, Ben Simmons looking good, 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Sixers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Josh Richardson buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Parker. The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Richardson.
To number 20, John Collins. That's his second personal.
Josh Richardson is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. And he hits all 3 free throws. It's Atlanta ball. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
To Horford. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I've